Hi everyone, I'm glad you are joining me. Today's video is about repotting my Japanese species Sedirea japonica here. And Neofinetia falcata. These were potted in Japanese style in mounds of sphagnum moss, and this is the good time of the year to check how the roots did in winter. Let's start with the Neofinetia. This moss goes back to the end of last summer, but I have had this one in this setup since I bought her in October 2017. I got it from Orchid Garden. This moss is terrible. It was a batch of live moss, the worst I have ever received. It had just small pieces in it. So I had to secure it with lots of fishing line. Interestingly, the first time I did this method, I did it so easily. I did not use any fishing line at all, but there's a difference. First time I did it, the plant was much smaller, and I used a bottle to shape the mound. And I also had sphagnum moss with some long strands. I bought this Neofinetia falcata as a flowering size orchid, but so far she has only grown fans and roots, which is wonderful nonetheless. And she had only 2 fans when I got her. I must remove this fishing line and the moss very carefully because hopefully there are good roots underneath. Starting to show now. What I can see is a new fan starting to grow, which is always a good thing. Neofinetias are native to Japan, China and Korea. They are cool to cold growing epiphytes, which makes them sort of different from other Vandaceas. I'm now reaching the base of the plant, and as you will see, there are 2 plants here. There's a smaller piece which has just 1 fan, which when it came either separated from the plant or it was a different plant. I really cannot say. And there's this one which root is stuck here, and bear with me a minute, just going to give it a clean up here in water. And as you can see, sorry, this is a small plant, but I think that's her feature. It's really a smaller size plant, but it has several new fans, and it has good roots. I don't see any root damaged. I know there is a new fan growing. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There it is over there. Sorry, you cannot see very well. Today it's cloudy day, not much light. Washing the smaller bit too. It has good roots too. Okay, Now, let me show you where I had this plant standing. These are two mesh pots tied up to each other, and the mound of moss was wrapped around the top part, and the bottom part was going into the teapot. But now I want to undo this because I want to replace one of them. I want to replace one of the pots by one with larger holes. Can you see? It's even slightly, very slightly larger. And so I'm going to tie them up together. And now it's done, but I was going to repot the Neofinetia here, but then I'm not sure if I will need it for the Sedirea japonica because it has larger holes. I don't know how the roots in the Sedirea are, so it might be better to check on the roots of the Sedirea and do both repottings afterwards. So let's see how this baby is going. I have my doubts with this one because it is growing a new leaf, but the fact is that during winter this plant lost both basal leaves. So let's see what caused it. Sedirea japonica is native to Japan and Korea and is quite a small-sized species. As it is commonly known, this was recently included in the genus Phalaenopsis, but this one has different requirements from most members in this genus, because she is a cool to cold growing orchid. Oh yes, I can see now what is wrong. This was really my mistake. The base of the plant is tied up to the mesh pot, which was the cause for humidity concentration there. That not only caused the wilting of the two leaves, but also the rotting of 2 or 3 roots. I mean, 2 roots are completely mushy and gone, and another one is mushy at the base, which means I need to cut it too, otherwise it will be a goner sooner or later. Luckily, there are still other roots here, and I found out this mistake in time. So now I'm cleaning these orchids and will interrupt this video here because it's being already too long. But of course I will come back next with the repotting video. I hope to see you there. Thank you for watching and bye for now.